What's up, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you 4 Town Hall 13 attacks from our Perfect War. Hope you enjoy them. There's going to be 3 of them from me using a hybrid, and then 1 attack, which is a Queen Walk Bowler Witch attack. It's actually on the one of the same bases that I took, but it was a pretty nice attack. So stay tuned and enjoy the attacks. Okay, so here's our first attack. Now take a look at this base because you're going to see this base on the last attack that we're going to show also, but that one's going to be with the hybrid. This one is being done with some bowlers and witches. So let me show you how he did it. He wants his queen to go that way, and he wants his queen to take out the town hall. So that's what his objective is with the queen. But he also wants to deal with the CC, with the CC. So what he's going to do is he's going to drop a giant to walk up to here and get that lure of the CC. There's the lure. So all he's got to do is get that giant to walk up, and the CC will come out. The giant's going to die out. The CC is going to come down to the queen over here. She's going to deal with the CC. He's going to drop his king in, and his king will go and clear this, so his queen walks in that direction, which is where he wants the queen to walk. Let's press play and watch it in action. Now, he did one thing which was very, very interesting. We'll see in a second. So, there it is. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Here's the giant. Giant goes in. Gets the lure of the CC. CC comes out. It's a Baby D Hound Loon. Drops his healers in for the queen. Drops his poison for the CC troops. He's waiting until that loon gets a little closer. Now he drops the poison. Gives the queen a rage to take care of that. Drops his king in to make sure that the queen goes in the right direction. Not dropping in any minions or anything to help out with those. An archer would help. Anything would help out. You want to keep those healers alive and kicking. You don't want those pups on the healers. Now, as his queen steps up and the double cannon and the archer tower lock onto the queen, he's going to deploy his wall breakers and get that wall break to go take out the town hall. There's the wall breakers. He just dropped them all. No test wall breaker. You always want to drop 1 wall breaker first for a test, and then your 3 wall breakers. But he gets the job done, puts a rage down. He's got the cannon firing at the queen now, so his wizards are able to go up and take out a couple more structures. They even get 1 more structure out of that. Okay, now watch what he does. Let's pause this here for a second. Let's pause this here. Now, you're going to ask me, why is he bringing his troops over here going this way, and he's bringing his wrecker in this way? The reason is because the town hall was over here. That was the town hall. So he can't bring his wrecker in. He can't bring his wrecker in from this point over here with his troops, because then the wrecker is going to go that way. So what he does is he brings his wrecker in this way. That makes a hole. He brings these troops in this way. They take care of that, and they have nowhere else to go except then to shoot around and then go inside. He's going to bring his Royal Champ in on these defenses over here, because this way, just in case he has some bowlers and witches that start going up the side, at least they'll be able to clear that stuff over there. So let's watch it in action and see how it works. Oops, regular speed. There's the wrecker making its way in. There's the Royal Champ to take out those defenses on the side. Troops are now starting to move in. A jump spell is down in the court to get all the troops moving throughout this base. Queen's taking out a multi. Warren abilities used. There goes the troops going through. A couple of bowlers and witches do go up the side, but they're able to clear those structures now because the Royal Champ is taking care of everything up top. They'll be able to get as far as up until the defenses, and then they're just going to die out. But the queen's at full health with her ability. She's moving through. The bowlers are moving through with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the giants. Queen steps out. Healers go on to all the troops. All the troops are being healed up. Queen's dealing with some structures down there. Bowlers are trying to do a little bit up by 3 o'clock, take out what they can. But the big bulk of troops is now exiting this base, going to the outside, and is now going to sit there and just destroy everything that's left over in this base. So let's fast forward through the cleanup and move on to the next attack. Here's a swag freeze. Quadruple speed, finish it up, and here's the trick. Okay, so here's the next base. This base is going to be my attack Now, what I'm trying to do on this, now, when you're doing a hybrid attack is miners, a mix of miners and a mix of hogs, piggies, as I call them. So the most important things to take out on that attack are the CC, got to get rid of the CC, and the eagle. If you can get rid of both of those things, you're golden. Now, sometimes you're not able to take out both. So the one that's more important to take out is always going to be the CC. Because this CC is a little bit buried, I couldn't have gotten a lure. A lure would have been a little difficult, I think. But I decided to go in and take out the town hall, and then, YOLO Viper, we'll see how it goes. But I did get, you might call it either the lookiest wall break or the sexiest wall break you've ever seen on this attack. So let's press play and watch how it unfolded. Okay, so there's play. Again, the queen is going to come in. I want the queen to enter through here. I'm going to use my king to funnel the queen and keep her going into this base. That's the whole point. That's what I'm trying to do. I used a wizard to make the funnel. Here's that wizard. I'm going to have to pop the king ability because that troll Tesla came out. The queen started walking over, but the CC came out, kept her in the spot, dropped the poison for the CC, used the king's ability to clear all that stuff over there. Queen is dealing with the CC now. Pups come out, dropping a minion to help keep those healers alive and make the pups killing a little bit easier. Drop another rage now, get rid of all the pups. Queen goes back inside to take out the town hall. King is still alive over there. And now, let's pause this. Let's pause this for a second. Oops. So here's what's going on over here. Let's look at the base. Again, what you want to do is you want to try and make the smallest, thinnest strip for your miners. So at this point, my choices are as follows. I could put my siege barracks over here, but then I'm pretty much have to send my miners in through this runway like that, and then around like that. That would be the pathing that my miners would have to go. The other possibility was to drop my siege barracks over here, and then I have a smaller strip for my troops to go through, and it's more of a straight pathing, hoping that they meet up with the queen. You'll see what happens with the queen. You'll see the sexy wall break that I was talking about. Let's press play and continue watching it. So there's the siege barracks over there at 9 o'clock. Siege barracks are going to start thinning out that pathway for the miners. You want to make a runway for these miners. Give them a straight pathing through the base, as narrow as you could possibly make it. Miners, piggies are being released. I dropped in some extra hogs on the side because I wanted to make sure I took care of these defenses over there. Piggies, everything moves through. Queen's going to end up running outside of this base, but then you'll see the wall break that I'm talking about. I still have the 4 wall breakers left with a rage spell. Piggies, miners moving through this base. They're in a heal now for the giant bomb. Queen comes around. I want to take out that eagle. That eagle is important. It's firing on my troops now. Watch that. Watch that come in. Watch that. Watch those wall breakers come in. Boom. There's that wall break. Some people would say it's sexy. Some people would say it's lukey. But there's the troops moving through, finishing off this base. Queen deals with the expo. Rest of the troops, miners are coming in. There's still some hogs. There's still a royal champ. Queen still has her ability. Let's fast forward through this for the cleanup. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here's this next base. Now, like we said, again, I'm coming in with the hybrid attack. And we said the most important things to take out when you're doing a hybrid attack is take out the eagle and take out the CC. Now, if you notice, that really the eagle and the CC are pretty much on opposite sides of the base. But in this situation, there's one other thing over here. If you look at the radius of the eagle, I got a free lure over here. So that's what I did. I lured the CC with one single piggy went in there, lured the CC. CC comes out, goes over here to the queen, and that's where I'm going to deal with the CC. Once the CC locks onto the queen, I'm going to send my king in here to make sure he cleans all this stuff, because I want my queen going into this base and taking out the eagle. The eagle is what I want to take out. I'm going to drop my siege barracks. My siege barracks I'm going to be dropping over here at 3 o'clock. And what that's going to do is it's going to make a small pathway for my piggies and my miners to just go right through this base with the queen, meeting up with the queen, and just come around this base. And you know an attack's going well when you finish off where you start. So that's the pathing that my troops are going to take. Let's watch the attack and see how it went. Press the play button. So again, we're going to start this with Allure. One single piggy. Troops go back up top to the queen. Coco Loon with the healers. Coco Loon baby drag. Drop that king in there to take care of all that stuff. Make sure the queen goes inside this base and not walk around. Queen dealing with the CC. Dropping a minion to help out clean up the pups. She's got a baby D there also, so I just want to make sure she's okay. There's the wall breakers. Queen goes inside this base now. Let this queen take care of the scatter shot, take care of the eagle, take care of some other stuff over there, and then we're going to start dropping the siege barracks and drop the miners in. So queen's dealing with the scatter shot now. Takes out the scatter shot, takes out the sweeper. I probably didn't need that rage, but better safe than sorry at this point. At this point, I had only used one rage, so I just want to make sure the queen stays up. She's going towards. She's gonna have the healer, the what do you call it's coming towards her? The hero's coming towards her. Tried to get a wall break, but I just couldn't get the wall breakers in there. Okay, so now the P.E.K.K.A.'s made a smaller little path for the troops to go through. Troops are going through. Queen's dealing with the king. I freeze the queen. Let the miners deal with her. Drop a heal spell because they're by the multi inferno. Queen deals with the town hall. Troops are moving through this base. Still have my Royal Champ ability. There's my Warden ability to get through. Don't want any of them lose going down to the scatter shot. Use a heal spell by the Wiz Tower and the Royal Champ. Queen's coming around taking care of the stuff on top. Piggy's coming around taking care of the defenses. Miners clearing up everything else. Wizards all the way in the background clearing the last bits of stuff. Even have that P.E.K.K.A. still up. P.E.K.K.A.'s coming around to help the queen beat through this wall. Finish up this base. And... whoops. Here we go. There's the trip. And let's watch the last one. Okay, so here is the last base. Now, we saw this base. Chief J, Jilly hit this base before. He went directly at Town Hall. What I'm doing is I want to go, again, I'm doing the hybrid attack. So the most important things to get on the hybrid attack, like we said, is the CC and get the Eagle. Being that the CC and the Eagle are right next to each other, I'm not going for the Town Hall. I'm going for the triple. So I want a wall break in here. I'm going to put my I'm going to use my king to funnel this area to keep my queen going inside like that. My queen is going to deal with, I'm going to have a baby dragon that's going to clear all this stuff over here. So my queen's going to have nowhere to go but inside this base. I'm going to drop my siege barracks over here. And that is going to make a thin strip for my miners to go through this base. They're going to come like this and loop around the base like that. And we're going to finish up on the town hall. That is going to be the pathing that my miners are going to take. So let's watch it and we'll see how it went. So I dropped my queen with a Coco Loon, the baby, and my healers. That Coco Loon was a dual Coco Loon. It was a Coco Loon for my healers and for the baby drag. See, the baby drag is clearing out the stuff on the side. Dropping my king because I want that queen to go straight. King's starting to take out all that stuff on the other side. Drop a rage, freeze, wall breakers. Get that queen inside the base. CC comes out. Poison spell is down. Drop in a, where's my minion to help out with the pups? Minion goes in, helping out with the pups. Queen is in the rage still with her healers. Gonna drop another one because she's going on to attack the queen also now. There she goes, taking out the queen. Takes out the Tesla, and then she goes back in this base. Drop the siege barracks over by 3 o'clock. The siege barracks, like I said, is going to start clearing this stuff on the side. That's going to give a nice little runway for my miners and piggies to go through. There's the miners. There's the piggies. There's the royal champ. There's the warden. Going to freeze that scatter shot so I don't lose any troops to it. There's the freeze on the scatter shot. And then there's the heal to get them through this scatter shot. Queen takes out the eagle. After she takes out the eagle, she's going to take out the whiz tower. Then she's going to focus on going towards that town hall. Troops, meanwhile, I got some more piggies coming out of that siege barracks. Going to drop some loons in from the top and help out with the defenses on the outside of this base. Queen is still alive with her ability. Drop another heal spell by the royal champ and whiz tower. Troops are still moving through. Queen taking care of her scatter shot. Miners are lagging behind with those wizards trying to clean up. Got a couple of piggies with the royal champ behind them trying to deal with the rest of the defenses. And then it comes down to just the piggies. Still have my royal champ ability, my queen ability, my warden ability. Get them all through there. Just throwing my wall breakers just so I don't have them. Some back-end tanking wall breakers. Always, never finish a raid with your wall breakers. If you got them, you might as well just throw them in there for some back-end tanking. There's the triple, and that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out till the bitter end. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about the attacks. Tell me if you thought they were lukey, if you liked that wall break, if you didn't like that wall break. Just, I like to engage. I like to talk to people. So drop a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video, which is going to be some CWL action from all three of the clans that we're doing. Have a great day, everybody.